wonder if that's really how UV rays look like coming down. Because if so, I'm staring right at it. Sole is the newest album released by Sunburn. I want to say that's how it's pronounced. You never know with abbreviated things these days. A few weeks ago, I wanted to review another album that would present, maybe a challenge of some kind, or just was an artist I was not familiar with. And the cover art for this album caught my eye, and I was surprised about what I listened to. Listened to a few samples, and I realized that the album was only 10 tracks long. I decided, what the heck, I'm going to give it a listen. And Sunburn does something very special with the first song called Prelude. This song is very, very well made. It's full of dynamics and tempo changes, and just has a pleasant surprise to it compared to some other songs that I've listened to this year. And almost there is when I kind of stopped caring. A lot of the other songs in here I feel are either generic, or he tries to make them more awkward or egregious, or just like catchy in the different set, if you will. Now there is one other song that I do like. It's called Motherload. Sound effects in this one are actually kind of interesting because it sounds like lasers from like cartoons from the 1960s all the way to the 1980s. Kind of that kind of sound effect, if you can imagine that. Or go listen to the song and you'll understand what I'm talking about. I could consider it a more mellow club jam. So there's a setting for this song. But yeah, the rest of this album I find kind of... I'm not sure if basic is the right word, but it just doesn't feel like it's emerging from the shallow waters or anything like that. It feels like it's just kind of some beats that are supposed to be played in between some hits. That's just kind of how I feel about it. A lot of the production is just exaggerated and exhausting. Not that I was exhausted. I mean, like, it sounds like the music was exhausted to be able to be put together. Not to say that this album wasn't trying, but that's kind of how it only feels. There's one song on here that I felt like it was incredibly pointless, and I can't name it on my channel. If you know kind of, how I am, you know what I will and won't say, and if you look at the album, you'll know which song I'm talking about. One song that I thought I probably should like, but didn't, is called Bailas Conmigo. It feels like it was just purposely created to be inclusive, I suppose, of other genres or cultures, or just trying to bring in another bunch of people who could be part of his audience, I guess. The hammer effects in that song were interesting, but that's about all I can really say on a positive note for it. Even after that, I really, really like that intro song, and Motherload is good too. But it does make me wonder, what's the rest of his work like? So I'll probably give more of his music a chance. I just was not really knowing what to expect when I first listened to this, and I don't have much else to say afterward. That happens every once in a while, but it's fun to be able to go and check out music from other artists, and I expect that he has other things and has talent to bring forth other things, but that's me trying to look on the positive side of things. But for real, the Prelude was incredible. It really was. So please check that out. If you want to check out the rest of the album, that's great. Let me know what you thought of it. So after having listened and reviewed this album with production of 83%, creativity 63%, expression and lyrics 70%, I'm going to give this album an okay. But hey, someone's doing their job right. They're using art cover to be able to get people to listen to their music. Even though I didn't fall head over heels for it, I'm glad I listened to it. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. And remember, if you want to discover, promote, and review the best in entertainment, remember to subscribe and follow all the social media for this channel so you can get that yes in your life. See you next time.